In this video, I'll be putting the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra and the iPhone 17 Pro Max head to head in a real gaming test to see which phone performs better during long sessions. For this test, I'll be playing Pubg with the highest supported graphics and frame rate settings available on both devices. Before we jump into the gameplay, let's quickly go over the setup. On the S24 Ultra, the motion smoothness is set to adaptive, the screen resolution is set to Quad HD+, and the performance profile is left on the standard mode. The game optimization setting is also set to the performance mode. So you can see I've configured the highest settings available on both phones smooth at ultra extreme, that is 120 FPS. The battery of the 17 Pro Max is at 90% and the S24 Ultra is at 89%. The 17 Pro Max starting temperature is 27.3 degrees, while the S24 Ultras is a bit hotter at 28.9 degrees. Alright, let's start the gameplay. The S24 Ultra is running on the Snapdragon 8 Elite and the 17 Pro Max is powered by the A19 Pro chip. Both devices are initially handling the game really well. Both are running at 120 FPS, but the iPhone has an edge here with the aluminum unibody design, which is better for heat dissipation. Whereas the S24 Ultra has premium titanium build which is stronger but not as conductive as aluminum. Let's see what difference does it make in the long run. So, it's been about 30 minutes and the game is still running very smoothly. The 17 Pro Max is logged at 120 FPS and showing no signs of any struggle whatsoever. On the other hand, the S24 Ultra is now running between 100 to 110 FPS, showing some signs of thermal throttling. Both phones have a large vapor cooling chamber, but the 24 Ultra is getting very warm in comparison to the 17 Pro Max. It's been about 50 minutes now and the S24 Ultra is again running near between 110 to 120 FPS. Meanwhile, the 17 Pro Max has been consistently churning out 120 FPS gameplay. There were no noticeable lags on either of these devices, but I guess the iPhone has an advantage with the more efficient processor and more conductive aluminum build. Alright, it's been 1 hour of playing BGMI at the highest settings and the S24 Ultra's battery is at 61%, consuming 28% charge. But on the contrary, the iPhone 17 Pro Max battery is at 72%, draining only 18% of the charge. The S24 Ultra's final temperature is 40.9 degrees Celsius and the 17 Pro Max is at 34.6 degrees. The S24 Ultra showed a 12-degree increase in temperature, whereas 17 Pro Max only showed a 7.3 degrees increase. The Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra started off very strong and delivered a smooth experience overall. But as the session went on, it did start showing some signs of thermal throttling, with the frame rate occasionally dropping into the 100 to 110 FPS range. That's probably due to the less conductive titanium frame. It also ended the test consuming more battery life. On the other hand, the iPhone 17 Pro Max maintained a much more consistent performance throughout the test. It stayed logged at 120 for most of the gameplay, remained significantly cooler, considerably less battery over the same period of time. What this really shows is the difference in efficiency. The iPhone processor and the thermal management seem to be optimized in a way that allows it to sustain peak performance for longer without generating as much heat or draining as much power. That said, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is still an extremely powerful gaming device for most people, especially those who game casually or for shorter sessions. The difference may not even be noticeable in day-to-day use. But if we are talking specifically about long gaming sessions at maximum settings, the iPhone 17 Pro Max clearly has an edge. It delivers more stable frame rates, better thermals, and longer playtime on the single charge, which ultimately makes it more efficient gaming device in this particular test. And that's it for this gaming comparison. If you enjoyed this test and want to see more real-world smartphone performance comparison like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Gizmo Rush.